politics. But like I said, yeah, in the entertainment industry, they send out a message. Kanda will send a message. Kanda is known everywhere without knowing him. Right? Without meeting him. After Kanda took a picture with my chef the other night, he was more excited than meeting me than Kanda. Meeting Kanda than me, I mean. He was so happy. Everybody was teasing, oh, I took a picture of Kanda last night.
Now with the people with the Kanda. I know that feeling. I feel your pain. The only time Chip looked like Kanda is when he has a hat. Then I like, okay, that's Kanda.
So, let's say the entertainment industry is somehow we should also pay attention to. Like I said, you've made some impact as a young man in the amazing getting down to people, putting them to work. Remember, it's not 250 workers we have. We have 250,000 workers. From that 250. That's what you have. Why? The 10 that the one that you provided for instead times 10, that is going to be his household, and times another 10 that will take it out there. It's 250,000. Depends on how you start to it. So that cascades from one to another. Cascades all of it. So when we deal with all of this in our setting, our party is known as the grassroots party.
Oh, yeah.
In funerals, if there's any funeral from the sweeper to the minister, I go there. I don't, my wife will go, or make a contribution. That's the African setting.
Yes.
You know? So then in my troubling times, he associated himself with me. Last mentioned by the visual of the former president, the late president. I came out, was told by the family and the party. And I said to them, I want you to say this, to let me know. You can say this. Do you want government involvement in this? You want partial, you want 100%. Whatever you say, we respect that. I said, government, that's what I'm in charge. Even the opposition party that he came from came and I said, no, I'm in charge. And I made sure I gave him a very respectful. So everywhere now, if I go to the SMPP party office, right now you think I'm a member of that party. Wow. If I enter there, the people that will come around, because I've confused them. That's why I put the nation first. Yeah, I put the nation first. Yes.
That's why, that's the American spirit.
My people, after elections, Americans are Americans.
No, Republicans, yes.
Americans. So that is the doctrine I've developed coming from what I have inherited from America. So I reach out and tell it's one nation first. Let's put aside the pettiness of partisan politics. Let's put aside the pettiness of regionalism. Let's put aside the pettiness of tribalism and be more nationalistic. Sure. That is what Omoko is. I am not representing a party. It's a platform. I'm representing a nation. Yes. So that's how the things that can be similar from there and there, but some differences. But we precisely consider ourselves as a grassroots party, as a party of the privileged, a party that reached out to the least person, a party that reached out to the most that feel, no matter what, we're there. So it takes a lot of work, but indeed it can be simple in full speech.
Get work.
Oh, so the point you don't see me, you hear me. And when you hear me,
I like that.
you sing me.
Yeah, you don't sit in that. I like that. I think I'm gonna use that line from now on. I'll use that line. Wow, thank you, sir. Thank you. you have anything?
No, it's being a fly on the wall. It's been great fun listening to the two of you talk, and inspirational in the sense that, as I said, I had the privilege of being around a lot of political leaders over many years, and Greg has as well. And if they are sincere, if they talk from the heart, if they recognize the realities of the job, it is a pathway. It is not from point A to point B in 12 months. It's decades of change. But if it doesn't begin, it can never move forward. So it's important. And it's important on the political person and the pragmatic person. As good as your heart is and as good as your goals are, you have to have ways to achieve those goals. And so that's where it does come to I love the notion and the truth of the CEO role of running a country like a company. And America could do a little better job doing it ourselves, I might add. But the reality is that particularly governors are now doing a better job of governing than our national politics are doing. And so this is more similar to that is for what you're seeking to do, where you're trying to control the budgets and trying to move people forward. I think also, quite candidly, this country and in fact both countries, it's time for a redo, a remake, a reboot in the sense of the people in terms of your country that you care so deeply about. You're not there yet. You've got to change the government, change the politics, and change that, and then you have the messaging. But in terms of here, the changes have already occurred and are occurring, and I think people don't realize that. So I do think there is a lot of work to be done to have a sense of how do you market in terms of a business perspective. How do you challenge the ambassadors and create business councils of individuals that will seek to bring business here? How do you make it simple? Even a lot more money, of course. UAE has a person that works, he's an American, but he works for them just helping companies who want to do business in the UAE. So that if someone comes into the embassy and says, I want to do business, or they reach out to small businesses or medium-sized businesses will go someplace, but they're scared. And not only scared of the environment, they're also scared of the financials and the need for transparency. That if they're going to spend their livelihood, spend their money and resources, take the chance and be successful, they don't want it then taken away from them. So part of it is having this a sense of protection of the assets. A good thing, which you mentioned in your comments, is that the World Bank has stepped in. There are programs which ensure we use OPIC, Overseas Private Investment Corporation, and others that help us self-insure, even against political risk, inconvertibility. So there are lots of mechanisms which I think can be put in place, but it's got to be simple. It's got to be so that someone from Indiana can go, well, I had this plant that made ball bearings, and it's closing up here, but I know how to run a plant that makes ball bearings. And so there's a package that can work in Sierra Leone, and maybe that would work. And so that it is, but it's making it's packaging. It's making it simple for people to understand. But it starts with heart. It starts with an amazing story, which I don't think people. Matter of fact, I know people are not aware of the religious tolerance that exists in this country, and that would be a lesson for a lot of my friends in many parts of the world, but certainly in the Middle East. So it's extraordinary listening to you talk about that, I think. And I think that message is important to get out as well for the sake of our world, not just the sake of this country, as being a very important thing. So, well, and we look forward to spending time with you a little bit later too, tomorrow. So we're mindful that we've intruded into your weekend.
No, we're
we're grateful. As I said to you, I think we're just in the neighborhood and decided. That's right. But we're grateful. But for me, it's so personally enjoyable to see the interaction between the two of you. And no, he was not scripted. This is what he says
Right.
on a regular basis and has
Yeah.
for a long time. But it is nice to see younger Africa and newer Africa, which I think is, everyone kind of agrees now that we will in the next decade pivot towards Africa, but no one's figured out yet how to do it. And I think that's the key thing. So that you all were the leadership of that and vanguard on that. So look forward to being a part of our program. And look forward to seeing you later, so.
Yes.
And I'll get back on the beach and meet more of you. So, we are gonna, I think, make sure that we get to see some different things.
Especially when you guys have
Yeah, I'm gonna take that.
For lunch.
Yeah,
right that way.
yes, that's what it's for.
Yeah,
To move.
That,
We will fix some.
That road
Okay,
is nice.
okay, I'll be sure.
And don't see a lot.
Yes, that's what I'm doing.
So, no, but thank you for your hospitality this morning, we appreciate it. It's good to be with you.
I see the future of Africa here. You know, emanating from here, you two guys. I'll just be, I can tell you right now, you politicians in America have a lot to learn from you. Now, they've gotten way off their roots. They've gotten off their foundation. You're on it. You guys are both on it. So I look forward to working with both of you guys.
We're gonna take you back to Washington. That's actually to work on us. We need a little help. And then the, and the ultimate tying all of us together is music, of course.
You mentioned JFK. I mean, he was a master at public relations.
Yes.
And everything you were just mentioning in the last half hour is what he was very good at. And he also had friendships with entertainers, and he knew
Yeah.
that musicians, actors, I mean, Frank Sinatra.
I read about him, I read his speeches too.
Yeah. That's exactly
I
right.
should remember that.
I
normally
Smart man.
just
Smart
suppose
man.
I look at this, going through issues on Abraham Lincoln. I look at